Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5:30.
A great start to our week with sunshine and warm temps, but we shouldn't get used to it because significant weather is moving in midweek that will shake things up a bit, and that's putting it nicely. Nathan is here with your no-wait weather. Nathan?
Yeah, Andrea, that's right. We're definitely tracking some big changes, kind of a roller coaster of sorts as we go through this work week. Right now in this evening, not much to be concerned about. Looking at our Valley Skycam in South Fargo, traffic flowing freely there. Things are dry and plenty of clear sky, not a cloud to be seen there on the screen. But as we move into the latter part of this week, we do have again some changes coming. So through Wednesday, things will be quiet. No need to worry about pretty much anything. It's not till Wednesday night into Thursday that we're tracking some colder temperatures and some precipitation moving in. And with, of course, the dropping temperatures, the rapidly dropping temperatures, we're tracking, of course, snow to be a factor for us moving through the end of the week. And heavy snow is possible, and even some blowing snow is possible as we head into Friday and Saturday. But, of course, I'll talk more about that, much more about that in detail here in just a couple minutes. But, again, for tonight, no problems. Temperatures in the 60s, even 67 right now in Grand Forks. And, of course, we'll have the latest on that possibly late-week snowstorm, Andrea, coming up here in a couple minutes.
All right. Thanks, Nathan. The best way to track weather this winter is with the Valley News Live Storm Team Weather app. It features an interactive radar and alerts on the go so that you're never surprised when inconvenient weather hits. All you have to do is search VNL Weather in your app store and download it for free. A developing story this evening. Today, a judge reduced the prison sentence for William Haines, the man convicted of kidnapping the baby of Savannah Greywind. Last year, Haines was deemed a dangerous offender and was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole. However, just last month, the North Dakota Supreme Court reversed those rulings, and now Haines will spend roughly the next 20 years in prison, with credit for the 775 days he's already served. Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Bailey Hurley was in the courtroom this morning and has our story.
I can't excuse what I did, and I'm not trying to in any way, shape, or form. I don't want to justify it.
While addressing the court this morning, William Haines said he sincerely apologized to the community and, most importantly, the family of Savannah Greywind.
I think about and I pray for them every single day, every day.
Haines also highlighted how he's taken advantage of prison programs, saying he's now a GED tutor and continues to try to become a better person, hoping that would help persuade the judge for a sentence around 8 to 12 years.
I can't take it back and I can't fix what happened that day, but I can try and help make the world a better place moving forward.
But Judge Tom Olson wasn't having it, saying he wanted to sentence Haines as long as he lawfully could.
I've been a judge for several years. This is etched in my mind and will be forever, and I don't think anything will replace it.
Judge Olson later sentenced Haines to 20 years in prison for the kidnapping of baby Hazley Joe, plus another 360 days for lying to police. Haines will be eligible for parole in around 16 or 17 years, a fact Judge Olson couldn't bear to fathom.
The saddest thing for this court is you'll be out of prison before the child who lost her mother will graduate from high school. How wrong is that?
The Greywind family was not in court today, but State Prosecutor Leah Visti said she hopes today's sentence finally marks the end and hopes it gives the Greywinds some sort of closure. In Fargo, Bailey Hurley, Valley News Live.
Haines' ex-girlfriend and co-conspirator Brooke Cruz is currently serving a life sentence for the murder of Savannah Greywind. Greywind's daughter, Hazley Joe, just celebrated her second birthday in August. Now on to another developing story. Fargo investigators say they have received information that there may be a person who knows specifically what happened leading up to the death of Brenda Cartas. Cartas disappeared last July. Her remains were found near the river in South Fargo over a year later. Investigators say a person had previously shared with others specific details about her death. Investigators also believe that there may be other people with first-hand knowledge related to Brenda's last hours. Anyone with information about Brenda's death is asked to call 241-1405 and leave your tip. Police say a difference in political views as well as a handgun has landed a 27-year-old West Fargo man in jail. Officials say it happened just after noon when 27-year-old Joseph Schumacher got into a verbal dispute with a woman while driving southbound in the 1000 block of 8th Street South. The woman told police that Schumacher pulled up next to her and started yelling his dislike for her political bumper sticker and then displayed a handgun. Authorities were able to arrest Schumacher and found a loaded handgun in the center console of his vehicle. Schumacher is currently facing several charges. The Devils Lake Police Department is looking for an unidentified person of interest after several reports of a green laser being pointed at an aircraft. The Devils Lake Police Department would like to remind the public that shining a laser into the cockpit of an aircraft is a federal crime with a potential 5-year prison sentence and a fine of up to $250,000. If you have any information regarding these incidents, they encourage you to contact police. For more information on this story, you can go to our website, valleynewslive.com, and click on this story. Wadena police want you to know about a Dish Network scam that's hitting the area. Authorities say they have received multiple reports of fraudulent Dish Network calls from this phone number, 1-800-333-2474. The caller states there's a problem with your receiver, but Dish Network says these calls are not coming from their company. Dish says it does not call customers to resolve issues with equipment, so don't give out personal information to anyone who calls claiming to be a Dish employee. Instead, hang up. President Trump won an emergency appeal today after a federal judge rejected his argument that he was immune from criminal investigations. It was all part of his bid to block a subpoena from the Manhattan District Attorney seeking 8 years of personal and business tax returns. A grand jury subpoenaed for the tax return documents was issued a little more than a month ago as part of a probe into the president's organization. The White House is dismissing the revelation of a second whistleblower who claims firsthand knowledge about President Trump's phone call with Ukraine, which launched an impeachment inquiry. Nicole Killian has more details from the White House.
Congress continues to press the Trump administration for information related to Ukraine. Democratic lawmakers issued subpoenas Monday to the Pentagon and Office of Management and Budget, demanding documents related to the decision to withhold congressionally appropriated military aid to Ukraine. The president's defenders insist he was not withholding the aid in exchange for a Ukrainian investigation of Joe Biden and his son Hunter.
You clearly were upset that somehow there was an implication that military aid was being frozen because the president wanted an investigation. Why did you wince?
Because I didn't want those connected. When I asked the president about that, he completely denied it. He adamantly denied it.
A second whistleblower has come forward, this one claiming firsthand knowledge of the president's call with Ukraine's president, where he asked for Ukraine to investigate the Bidens.
President Trump has also called on China to look into the Bidens' business dealings.
The White House Monday insisted trade talks with China will not be impacted on whether they decide to investigate the Bidens.
The president's view is there is no linkage between that and the trade talks. I guarantee you there'll be no linkage.
And some Republicans say the president was just joking.
I doubt if the China comment was serious, to tell you the truth.
You don't take the president at his word?
The president loves to go out on the White House driveway. I haven't talked to him about this. I don't know what the president was thinking, but I knew he loves to bait the press.
But not everyone agrees. Maine Senator Susan Collins tells the Bangor Daily News, I thought the president made a big mistake by asking China to get involved in investigating a political opponent. Nicole Killian, CBS News, the White House.
Nebraska Republican Senator Ben Sasse says Americans don't look to Chinese commies for truth, and Utah's Mitt Romney called the request wrong and appalling. The 16-year-old Swedish climate activist, who is now known around the world for her school strikes advocating for more aggressive climate action, is planning a trip to the North Dakota side of the Standing Rock Reservation tomorrow. Greta Thunberg will participate in a pair of panels focused on the climate struggle in Indian country, including plans to double oil flowing through the Dakota Access Pipeline and the proposed path of the Keystone XL pipeline. It's part of her North American tour ahead of a UN-sponsored climate conference in Santiago, Chile in December. Today is World Day of Bullying Prevention, and as a response, Dakota Boys and Girls Ranch is joining schools and communities around the globe in teaching prevention. The goal at the ranch is to help kids with behavioral and mental health issues develop coping skills. This month, they're incorporating a specific topic into their agenda, that being bullying prevention. Staff and students made kind-themed decor, and the children are dressing in blue today, which is a reminder to nip bullying in the bud.
But one of the things that we talk to our kids about is that everyone has their own battle that they're fighting. And so we have to remember to be kind because we don't know what struggles other people are dealing with.
Officials say bullying prevention doesn't stop after the day is over. At the ranch, they say communication is one of the biggest tools for spreading kindness.